Thank you, Francesca, and thank you, Irina, for your heartfelt remarks. I know it takes great courage to do so. Now you get to hear from me, the invisible MC. My name is Hana Salama, and I'm a researcher at UNIDIR's Integrated Approaches Program. And at the Integrated Approaches Program at UNIDIR, we focus on overcoming inequalities to promote inclusive global security strategies that can deliver for all. It's my pleasure to be with you here today to say a few words on behalf of UNIDIR. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and all supporters of this initiative tonight, this has really marked a milestone in my personal work, but also in the work of UNIDIR. The idea of organizing an art installation around the gendered impacts of weapons, an important theme in UNIDIR's work, was new and it was ambitious, an undertaking for all of us. As a research institute, we've never embarked on an artistic endeavor of this scale. And we're deeply grateful for the artist, Francesca, for her patience, her perseverance, as well as we tried to navigate UN rules and regulations, and as we tried to imagine and reimagine the impact we wanted this installation to achieve. After months of meetings, emails, and creative thinking, I think that the result speaks for itself. A piece that not only reflects the enormity of the problem of gender-based violence, which is universal, but also communicates hope and a pathways towards prevention led by survivors themselves. At UNIDIR, we believe that a survivor-centered approach is essential. Survivors must not only be heard, but they must play a key role in prevention. This includes decision-making around arms control and disarmament, an important yet overlooked pathway for prevention. Our research at UNIDIR shows that all too often, decisions around weapons, arms control, and disarmament are taken in rooms where power and privilege dominates. They are and the voices of victims of these weapons, survivors, are often missing. So we think that this must change. And tonight reminds us that change is possible. It's possible when we listen to survivors and when we place collaboration at the heart of our work. In this spirit, UNIDIR is proud to have joined the UN Action Against Sexual Violence and Conflict Network, just this year actually. The UN Action Network, it's an interagency network that brings together the collective experience and institutional capacity of 27 UN entities to strengthen coordination, advocacy, and support for efforts to end sexual violence and conflict. I'd like to thank UN Action as they provided support for this art installation as part of their knowledge-building pillar, focusing on elevating the voices that celebrate strength and resilience of survivors of conflict-related sexual violence. I'd also like to thank UNIDIR's supporters, particularly the donors of the Integrated Approaches Program, Canada, Germany, Ireland, Malta, and Norway, as well as the Netherlands, who provided targeted support for this initiative, alongside Mexico and UN Women. I also would like to extend my gratitude to the Global Survivors Fund for co-hosting, and in particular to Esther Dingmans, Dr. Dennis Mukwege, and Irina Dogvan. Your presence is very important for us today, and sharing your insights and experiences has inspired us to move forward in our goal for prevention. Last but certainly not least, I wanted to thank Francisca Greber, the artist behind this vision, and also my colleagues at UNIDIR, Renata Dell'Acqua and Alexandra Landkammer, for embracing this out-of-the-box initiative, literally, and supporting it every step of the way. And I don't want to stand between you and the reception, but I just want to say that at UNIDIR, even though this is the closing of this art installation, we actually see this as an opening of a dialogue with all of you. And looking ahead to 2026, we welcome further collaboration on dialogue through art, on the issue of arms control and disarmament and global security, and I'll be available to speak about that, and my colleagues as well from UNIDIR are here. And with this, I warmly invite you to continue this discussion at the Delegates Bar, and thank you all for your presence and support.